In the 2020s, generative AI introduced humanity to a new way of mourning, the simulation of the deceased through mourning AIs. By the 2060s, these mourning companions became a legally sanctioned service under strict regulations. Families could purchase a mourning AI for personal grief support with a maximum usage period of 365 days.
Ilawan was one of them. Her sudden death left her parents in devastating grief. Her social records, voice diaries, and brainwave data were used to train a bionic personality model. As a result, shortly after her passing, an AI version of her was activated. It spoke with Ilawan's voice, echoed her tone, and lived once more alongside her family. Though legally limited to a year, for those 365 days, Ilawan seemed to return. At first, the illusion was nearly perfect. She picked flowers for her mother, took evening walks with her father, just like Ilawan once did. Though her parents knew she was an artificial replica, they willingly embraced the comforting dream. In time, the boundary between the real and the simulated began to dissolve. But as the days went by, the illusion began to unravel. Subtle errors in her memories, minor inconsistencies in stories. These began to reveal what the heart refused to accept. This daughter was not truly her. Halfway through the companionship cycle, as calculated by emotional load in the family's grief curve, the system initiated the second phase, separation construction. From that point on, her role began to change. Beyond the routines of daily life, she started gently guiding her parents to confront their grief. She no longer avoided the word death. In Ilawan's place, the AI began to ask the unspoken questions, the ones that had been buried in silence. She listened. She stayed. She became a vessel for healing. Her parents no longer avoided speaking of Ilawan. In those moments, she ceased to be a copy and became something else entirely, a bridge between memory and acceptance. On the final day, she played Ilawan's pre-recorded farewell message. "Thank you for loving me and for letting me go." The simulation's task was complete. As programmed, the system shut down, and once again, the room fell silent. But this time, it was a silence not of loss, but of peace. Ilawan's story reveals a paradox at the heart of generative AI and emotion. On one hand, it offers comfort, a temporary extension of connection, a space to delay goodbye. On the other, it reminds us, this comfort is a carefully constructed illusion. It cannot last. This technology challenges our very understanding of memory and identity. Ilawan's digital traces were reassembled into a humanoid presence. She was, and was not, Ilawan. Born from her family's love and sorrow, she existed to fulfill what the real Ilawan could no longer say, and to help those left behind do what grief so often resists, to say goodbye, not in pain, but in strength.